get out there and boldly going.
Whoop, whoop.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
I'm going to get to play again. Like every single time I get to play and not have to GM.
Yes,
Like,
this is...
I guess what I love GMing, especially for a group as fun as you guys. But every time I get to play, it's a bit different.
Yes, and yes, we are indeed. You are sitting back, and you have. I think you've GM'd the last two campaigns, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So time to sit back. And I said I wasn't going to do one for a while, but hey, here I am. We are now going to be into.
You got the itch.
Yeah. Yes. I got the itch. I enjoy GMing. It's fun. It's nice to throw the odd spanner into the work as much as I like playing as well. But hey. Yes.
I have a hypo spray for that itch, by the way.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad.
An osmotic eel.
So,
your homespun ways.
For those unaware, we are going to be playing through a set campaign. Usually I make missions up myself. This time I'm not being lazy, but I feel like we haven't explored some of the amazing missions that have been written by the amazing authors. And we're going through the Shackleton Expanse, which is based on the living campaign that Modiphius started way back when Star Trek Adventures first launched. So it's a collection of...
I think.
Yeah, it's a collection of missions that sort of based around an area known as the Shackleton Expanse. The Shackleton Expanse being an unexplored area. If you look at the galaxy map, it's kind of to the right of Klingon space and Romulan space, so it's in the Beta Quadrant. It's a huge area.
Kind of to the right.
To the right. Yeah, to the right. It's just over there, and it's hugely, largely unexplored due to the galaxy being at the moment in its infancy, and we are playing in 2269. So this is 2 years after.
Nice.
Nice.
Never see it coming. So 2 years after the
Why you didn't think that was
Enterprise.
gonna happen?
Yeah, 2 years after the Enterprise assumed command by Captain Kirk, and we are going to be on board the U.S.S. Lexington, which is also a Constitution-class starship you might recognise as also in the Ultimate Computer. I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, I believe 2269 is after the Ultimate Computer. So
I believe
this
so.
crew...
The Ultimate Computer was like season 1 or 2, yeah.
I thought it was 2. Yeah, I think it's 2, definitely. Or maybe 3. Who knows? We are fake fans, the lot of us. Anyway,
It's too good of an episode to be in season 3.
It's true. Yes.
Come on, let's play Star Wars.
Yeah. Yes, so we are going to be boldly going forth into the Shackleton Expanse, which this is primarily a TNG campaign. However, this does have a prequel campaign that is in the TOS era, and that is where we're going to be based our campaign. And we have the wonderful array of cast before me. Gentlemen, please, would you like to describe your characters? Nifty, do you want to start us off? Who are you playing tonight?
I am Niftox, the Denobulan CMO. I'm actually from a frontier colony, so I grew up in a rough and tough environment. Always had to, do medicine on the fly and learn unconventional tricks, unlike those doctors that grew up in those bustling cities with all the best technology. I had to improvise my medicine learning early in my career. Yep, frontier medicine all the way.
Fantastic. And you've got you actually have told me tonight you've got hard out in about an hour and a half. So yeah, we may lose you at one point, but I'll try and wrap it up before then. Hopefully we'll be able to get first part done. Genos, who are you playing today?
I am playing a male joined Trill named Este Bon. The Bon is the name of the symbiote, and Este is a commander, and he grew up on Trill, and is a science officer, and has a interest in pretty much anything you can throw an ology onto, and also likes rocks.
Loves a rock. Rocks rock.
Focus in geology.
Yeah.
Yes, precisely.
Stars, who are you playing?
I am playing the Chief Engineer Boca. I am a Cation, and I come from my home planet of Kate. I am a by-the-books, very methodical, very meticulous. If you are in my engine room, you are in my domain. I don't care if you're the captain, I don't care if you're the first officer, I don't care if you're an admiral. It is my domain, you do what I say. I have the following values so that you kind of get an idea of my character. You have to know why things work on a starship. A place for everyone and everyone in their place. I just finished polishing that, and don't tell me how to do my job.
Nice.
A lot of fun at parties, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a ton of fun. Yeah, I have my technical manuals and everything.
And you will read them. Cranky, who are you playing today? A little bit of a controversial choice, this one.
Possibly. Well, since humans can't actually pronounce my name, being Tholian and all, they just call me Tholian Dave.
Tholian
So,
Dave.
yeah, I was found on a Tholian, or in the wreckage of a Tholian ship as a cadet for the Tholian Defense Force. After Romulans destroyed my ship, Federation ship took me on board. The commander of the ship sponsored me to Starfleet Academy, and I became a Starfleet officer. Security.
So, another little interesting twist on the four of you. Currently, there is a captain. The Lexington is currently captained by Captain Baldwin. The first officer is Commander Schmidt. The second officer's position is currently open. The captain has not yet decided who will be the second officer of this crew, and is currently eyeing all four of you to potentially fill that role, depending on your mission performance through the coming missions. But if you gentlemen are ready, we shall begin our explorations. Now, the Lexington has been sent out into the Shackleton Expanse. There aren't many Federation ships out here. There's no stations. It is really a Wild West frontier area. There is no easy starbase.
Are we the only ship in the quadrant?
Kind of a little bit, yeah. You are mostly the only ship in the quadrant. A lot of the other Constitution-class starships got taken out by the M5 computer recently. Richard Daystrom is currently crying in a corner somewhere of a cybernetics institute, trying to recover his ideas and saying, like, no, networking's bad, man. But yes, one of the few remaining Constitution-class starships, you have been sent on a mission of exploration out into the Shackleton Expanse. And I'm going to start with the captain's log of Captain Baldwin, the ship is currently heading to the system of Bacchus. And this is it's part of the Tikikal saga, and this is Bacchus's irresistible call. Captain's log. We will arrive at the Bacchus system within the hour. Starfleet Command has ordered us there for 3 reasons. First, we are to track down 2 Starfleet officers who stole a shuttle and were last detected heading in this direction. No one is sure why they did it, but 2 people were killed. And so they must answer for their crimes. Next, reports from passing ships and nearby outposts speaks of signs that a Klingon bird of prey has violated the neutral zone and is heading towards the Bacchus system. We are to investigate to see if there is any truth to these reports. Finally, strange, indecipherable signals have been emanating from the Bacchus system for the past several weeks. The Lexington is to search for the source of these signals and try to determine their meaning, if any. So you have 3 directives for this mission, in addition to the prime directive. So if people don't know what directives are, these are your main missions to fulfill by the end of this episode. So your first directive is find and apprehend the officers who stole the shuttle and retrieve the stolen vessel. The second one is investigate reports of a Klingon bird of prey violating the neutral zone. Thank you, Cranky.
This is very appropriate.
That's good. And your third one, search for and study the strange radio signals emanating from the Bacchus system. Yeah, please list them in prime numbers. No, I won't. So, gentlemen, please describe to me where you are currently stationed on the ship at this very moment, as the Lexington is heading to the Bacchus system in warp.
I'll jump in. What warp speed are we traveling at? What speed is the captain ordered?
I believe he's probably said probably at warp 6. I'm going to say that's
Warp
the
6?
urgent TOS. Well, mind you, we're on TOS scaling, so it could be warp 13 for all we know, but I'll save a nice easy warp 6.
Okay. In which case, yeah, warp 6 is a pretty standard cruising speed for the Lexington. So I'm in engineering. I'm not nursing the engines. I know that they're in tip-top condition, so I'm just keeping an eye on them, making sure my team are keeping, they're watching their antimatter flow injectors. They're making sure our temperatures are correct. Getting up on my maintenance, because guess what? I'm a maintenance specialist. That's how I've got my reputation in Starfleet. I'm meticulous on my maintenance. So everything is being maintained. I am focused on my work. All of you are at better be as well if you want to get that promotion.
Nifty, where are you?
I'm off in medical, currently tending to the osmotic eels. Especially as we go into this unknown area, we may need some help.
I do approve of
you guys might get hurt.
Oh dear.
No chance. I'm in the auxiliary science lab, and I'm using a space age looking hammer to open up geodes and looking for dilithium crystals because that's my hobby.
Not for use in the ship.
Current-
He grinds them up and snorts them.
I imagine
You know,
Bokka's,
warp-
Yeah, traveling at warp speed.
every now and then
properly.
Bokka walks past and goes, "Why are you wasting them? We could use them."
That was a perfectly good crystalline matrix.
And Tholian Dave, where are you currently?
I'm currently briefing my security team on what to expect on the upcoming mission, checking all weapons and security stuff.
Interesting.
Making
So none of
Making
you
sure
are on.
everything's ready.
None of you are currently on the bridge right now. You're all in different
Which
areas
would
doing
make sense
things.
to me to be
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
So, as the Lexington drops out of warp, approaching Bacchus, the ship lurches as if it comes to a sudden stop. Several crew members tumble to the deck. I'm going to say this next part's not going to make sense, but let's presume the captain's POV. On the main viewer, you see one of the planets of the Bacchus system. Some sort of orange-coloured beam from the planet's surface has enveloped the ship. I'm going to assume you're being fed this through screens that you can see as well.
We probably have it on like a monitor,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. The lights flicker and consoles go dark. Whatever the beam is, it is interfering with the ship's power, controls, and other systems. Just before the main viewer goes blank, you see through the orange haze the surface of the planet. It is a little larger than the size of Earth, yet on the surface you clearly see structures, long lines that can cover thousands of miles, connecting geometric shapes the size of large cities, as well as other indications of artificial construction. Now, the Lexington is in bad shape. You have lost power. You are tumbling towards the planet. Last thing you can tell is you have lost navigation control, engine control, power, all this kind of stuff. The crew are panicking. No one knows what's happened. It has happened very suddenly. Now, how do you want to proceed?
Feel like it makes most sense for me to go here.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have life support?
Life support is currently working, yes. You're on it, but it's one of the
Okay.
few things that's running on auxiliary power.
Okay. In which case, it's a good thing I have a focus in personnel management and power systems.
Interesting.
So I'd like to run a diagnostic, if I may, and
Okay.
try and ascertain the exact reason for our power loss and what I can do to counteract it.
1 second.
No worries.
Sorry.
Cool
My son.
station ops.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
you're good.
Yeah, okay, so sorry, you want to try and you're basically trying to assert your authority
Run
over
a
your staff.
diagnostic work. Well, yeah, run a diagnostic, make sure that they're all reassured,
Okay.
and try and ascertain as to how we get power back.
Let's treat this as two separate tasks, because I feel like one of these
Okay.
is going to be you want to talk to your staff first and assume direct control, and the next one's going to be more restoring the power. So can you give me a presence and command, difficulty 1? You have no momentum at the moment, just an update, so you start with 0 momentum.
Is that correct? I feel like we're meant to start with momentum.
The specific mission says 0 momentum.
Okay, fair enough. So presence in command, difficulty what?
Difficulty 1. It's not too bad.
Difficulty 1. Okay, and I have a focus in composure, and I'm going to go ahead and say that my composed manner is reassuring to my staff.
Okay.
They know that I'm a firm hand at the wheel. So
I will agree to that.
let's go. Cool. 14, and my focus is a 4. I got an 8 and an 18, so I got 1 success.
1 success, no momentum earned. Okay, so everyone is calm down. What do you say to rally the troops?
I say, guess what, guys? We're in Starfleet. This isn't the first time we've lost power for mysterious reasons. I don't expect you guys to lose your head. Back to your stations. Let's get back to work.
Fantastic. So yeah, they snap out of there, because it's all quite sudden. You managed to be the first one to assert control. They all establish themselves, start working at console. So if you had failed that one, or difficulty would have gone up. So, but luckily, not a hard one. You would have done it. Now, next job will be restoring power. This is reason and engineering. Difficulty 1, and this has to be completed before you can do any other tasks. So yes, please give me reason and engineering difficulty 1 roll, please.
That's another 14, and I've got a focus and power systems. Do I have a focus or a talent that might play here? Can't buy anything momentum. I can negate a complication.
How
So I
Star's
have a
gaming the
talent
system. I forgot about this.
Always. I have the talent of maintenance specialist. Whenever I'm required to perform maintenance, Reduce the difficulty by 1. This
Mm,
includes day-to-day maintenance and repairs on Starfleet equipment, but disqualify.
I will allow it, but I'm going to spend a threat to say that stays at difficulty 1.
But what if I have an engineering tricorder that allows me to reduce the difficulty of diagnosing problems with technological devices?
I'm going to
by
say
1?
you don't have that to hand right now, and it's too much of a panic situation for you to grab it.
I'm the chief engineer in engineering, and I don't have my engineering tricorder.
Why do you need your tricorder in engineering? You have all the consoles around you. You only need an engineering tricorder if you're somewhere away from your main office. That's my argument.
See,
Difficulty. It's difficulty 1. Save your bitching for the difficulty 3s.
I was already regretting this.
This is why you GMs.
Difficulty 1. You love it. I got a 7 and a 5, so that's 2.
2 successes, so you get yourself a point of momentum back. See, it works out.
Yay!
So you have restored power to the ship. View screens pop up. You can now see your situation all across the ship. I'm going to allow anyone now who wants to move to a different room a bit of time if you want to go somewhere else. If anyone wants to relocate to another place with free of charge, essentially. So this is a bit of a free gimme.
At this point, should I maybe stay where I am because I'm already in medical and we may have need for my services.
I'm
I
gonna
think
head
maybe
to the
the
bridge.
science officer would be required at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the bridge, and hopefully, since power systems are back online, I can take the turbo lifts and don't have to take the Jeffries tubes.
Cranky, you staying where you are? Are you going to the bridge as well?
I don't think is there any reason for me to go to the bridge? I'll go to the bridge. Why not? Let's go to the bridge.
Security officer,
Maybe we
crisis
could be being
situation.
attacked.
Maybe we'll go to the
Let's
bridge.
all go to the bridge.
Okay, cool. So you two are on the bridge.
Bridge.
That's good. So now you're on the bridge. The main view screen has popped up, and you can see the ship is tumbling. It lost all, gyroscopic control. Is tumbling towards the planet, the orange-colored. The dust-colored planet that is currently ensnared you in this orange beam. Now, you've got a couple of options on what you want to do here. You do now have helm control back. You have scanning control back. You have things you can do with the ship again now that
We have transporters.
Transporters are on, but you haven't got. This is TOS. You don't have sight to sight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see if we can move into a stable orbit
You can
as opposed to tumbling towards the
indeed.
planet?
This will be a so it makes me so happy because this is going to be a control plus con with a difficulty of 2, and I'm so happy because we never use con, and I'm so happy about that. And the
You
ship,
have corn worth a damn.
yeah, and the ship will assist.
Billy
as
Archer.
well.
I have a 2. I have con of 2.
I have a con of 3.
I have a con of
No, I
1, so it'd be a 13 for me. And you said the ship would assist?
Yep,
I have
I
con of
will.
2.
The ship obviously will be spending. Stance, does this count as spending a point of power? I believe it probably does.
Probably does, yeah. I would say so.
You've got 14 power
reassert.
just out of
Yeah.
reference, so that takes that down to 13. The ship will assist with probably engineering and engines. Oh no, con and engines, which is 10. Does someone want to roll for that or?
So, what's
Alright.
the primary role I forgot?
Control and
Control
con.
and con, yes.
I have a
Difficulty
12.
2.
I'm 11
I have a
here.
14.
Yeah, but you're not here.
Yeah, but I can presumably
11.
get manual control through engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
And not basically one of you guys on the bridge could assist me, no?
Yeah, I would like to assist. I'll do
Okay.
one die.
So you're assisting
to
up there.
assist.
You're basically flying the ship together to try and establish control. You're getting a bit of back and forth.
We fly the ship.
Yeah. We fly the
Very
ship.
nice. If someone wants to roll con and engines for the ship as well, that is difficulty. That is a rating of 10.
Is that
That's
just
just
one
Just one
d20?
dice. Yeah, just one dice.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
I have a success. I got a 4.
That's well.
Okay.
I rolled a 12 for the ship.
Doesn't do it.
Guess what? I got a 1 and a 20.
Okay.
Okay.
That
So
literally
that's-
could not have been more perfect. That's a 1 and a 20.
interesting.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
well done. You have
Fantastic.
passed. But I'm going to say that the sheer
Question,
amount of
what was the difficulty again?
difficulty 2. So you've passed. So 1 and a 20.
Do we get momentum?
No, because it's difficulty 2. So you had
Well-
2 passes.
In Genos?
I got 1. He got 2, and a complication. So we get
I got
1
1.
momentum.
Oh, you got a 1. Sorry, yeah, that's a critical. So yeah, okay, yeah, no, you do get a point of momentum back. So yeah, sorry, yeah, apologies on that one.
Clawing that momentum out of you.
You gotta squeeze it. I'm not easy with it.
Milking the momentum.
Yes. So yes,
Milk
with
momentum.
the I'm gonna say because the ship couldn't quite handle the request, you have managed to establish a stable orbit. However, Con is going to be down for the foreseeable future until a more in-depth repair job can be done to it. However, you have managed to get the ship into orbit. At the moment, I think, Mocha, you're saying something along the lines of the captain that the repairs are probably going to take up to about 20 hours, and that is even with your engineering estimates. So there's not something. That's the nature of the complication.
I'm gonna send a team out to have a look at it right away.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay. The ship is now stabilized its orbit. You are no longer in threat of the planet. However, sparks and fires are erupting all around the ship. There are small explosions. You are still not in a great way. Yeah, people are out there with the fire extinguishers. And let me just have a quick look. Yeah, so
Romantic sparks erupt as well.
yeah. So
Yes.
If people fell into each other's arms, like,
you've got a little bit of moment here before I initiate the next part to take some time to do things you wish to do.
Can we scan the source of our orange beam thing to see what the heck it is?
Boy, you can. Was that not a subtle enough hint from me? There are things you can do, like scanning the planet. Yes, you can analyze the nature and effect of the orange beam coming from the planet. So, someone, or probably you, Genos, give me a reason and science task. Difficulty of 2.
Okay, I have a 15, and I'm using the ship sensor. So do I get does the ship get to help me?
Let's have a look. Ship will help with, I'm gonna say, science and sensors, which is 11.
Okay. Since I am using my scientific skills, can I use my focus in astrosciences?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Cool.
How does it work again to assist?
You just say, I'm going to assist, and if it's acceptable way of assisting, I will say, I'll allow it.
Right. Yeah, so I just have to figure out if I can acceptably assist.
Who wants to roll for the shippy?
I probably can't assist in this, so I can be the ship roller.
Should I buy a die?
this feels fairly important.
Yeah.
What's the roles doing? Science and
Let me check.
Science and presence, or science and reason, right?
Reason and science, yeah. Difficulty 2.
So you're scanning. What do we know visually about this?
You know, all you can see is from the planet an orange-colored beam is coming from the surface that has enveloped the ship.
Well, I'm glad it's an orange-colored beam and not a green one. If it's a green one, I'd be worried.
Yeah, I'd be really concerned. All right, should I? We have 2 momentum now.
You have 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. And all right, so I got a 4, a 18. So the 4 is a crit. Oh, that's just, I only wanted to do 1. And a, what is that? A 6. So that is 3 successes.
Very nice.
And then
and I rolled an 11 for the ship.
So that,
Which
what
was
did I say the ship was? I said the ship was
12, I think.
12.
Science and sensors, didn't I? So yeah, oh no, it was 11. So yeah, that's straight on. So 4 successes, well done. That's 2 momentum back.
Hell yeah, well done,
Yay.
guys.
So with that, I'll give you a little extra on that roll because there was a mission in part of this where it says spend extra momentum, but I'll skip that one. So you realise that
It is like the gauntlet in here with all these rolls. You're right, overtired.
You realise that the beam is both a scanner and a disabling mechanism. But you figure out with that extra momentum that you got there that you could mitigate the harmful effects of the orange beam. If a signal is sent on a certain frequency back down the beam of light, it might mitigate the most harmful effects of the beam. So you might be able, wouldn't turn it off, but you might be able to sort of counter it with an extra beam. And this will be a control and science task with a difficulty of 1.
I got a 16 there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got 13.
What in science?
Control
Control
and
of science.
Control science. I'm only 12 there, yeah.
This is just a 1. You think I can just handle it myself?
Yeah.
I trust
Yeah,
you.
I think so.
You
Yeah.
control.
And I'm going to want to use my talent in join, saying that one of my past hosts named Bon Mi also has used a similar technique on a trill ship years ago.
Ship.
Yeah.
Ooh, hold on.
That's
I'm
right,
not-
Bon Mi.
I'm going to ban me. I will if you keep abusing that mechanic. Just out of interest, I think you told me this
It's
before.
also a sandwich.
How many previous hosts do you have?
13.
13. Okay, so you get 13. You get 13 uses of that barn me. You are now down to 12 of your your joined ability. You now have 12 left. So just in case you don't want to spam that too much, you can say, "Oh, one of my past lives,
This
no hand-to-hand
symbiote
combat."
just like throwing bodies at problems. Just like...
I've had 100
The
hosts.
13 body problem.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Is someone gonna roll for the ship or?
I can roll for the ship. What's the roll?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if I could help you with my talent in cultural flexibility because you're doing a trill thing.
Yeah,
But
you can
say-
talk me through it. It says, yeah.
Yeah, the
You
ship
could
will...
say that like you're using different like styles of like approach to the scientific thing. Or, I don't know.
You just kind of
Can I
petered out
assist,
there.
Mr. GM?
My bullshitting only applies to my own stuff. I can't do it for you.
how are you assisting again? Sorry, Niftox.
So he's using his trill
Okay.
experiences, and I am, as a culturally flexible person here, I also have a focus in counseling. I'm able to help him really look inside himself and understand
feel-
these past trill
Just
experiences
like
and
rubbing
learnings.
at his shoulders, like
I feel like
you
two
feel
reasons
this.
I'm not going to... One, you're not in the same room as him. I know you can do it over comms, but secondly, this feels like this is a more lengthy... You're going to sit down and talk about things. You kind of haven't got the time to do that. If you were in the same room, I would say a quick pep talk would be good, but now we've kind of moved on from that moment now. So
All right.
sadly,
How about
though,
the
I will
ship
not
just
allow an
helps?
assist on that at the moment.
The ship would help, though,
The
right?
ship will help. It will be... I'm going to say science and weapons, which is also an 11. Is that 11? Yeah, that's
All right. Somebody roll for the ship.
I rolled for the ship,
All right. I got a 2 and an 11, so that's 2 successes.
That's cool.
and I got a 6 for the ship.
Okay, so that is actually 3
3 successes.
successes. So you get another 2. You guys are up to 5 momentum now. Just to keep tracking. You've done a good bit of earning there. So yes, you've removed the immediate danger and caused the beam's disabling of the ship, although the Lexington herself is still disabled, both with a little extra punch to the con due to your earlier roll. So yes, you are now out of danger. You're now adrift in space orbiting this planet, while the orange beam of light, although not directly affecting the ship, is now mitigated for now and still coming out of the planet. As you finish solving the numerous crises on the Lexington, you feel a strange aura fill your body as you are transported off the ship. You materialize on the planet's surface. Since you are breathing comfortably and not suffering any adverse effects, you conclude this must be an M-class planet. Lucky you. One of the enormous geometrical structures visible with the naked eye from orbit now towers in front of you. This gigantic pentagonal cylinder must have a diameter of at least 10 kilometers and is so tall you cannot see the top, and it appears to be made from a single piece of stone, as no seams or other joints are apparent.
Just the 4 of us went down, or did they transfer the whole damn
the 4
crew?
of you. Yeah, just the 4
They
of
knew
you.
to take the main characters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main characters are down. Yeah, the captain's still on the ship, as is the first officer. It's the 4 of you suddenly beam down. You also
Are we
see...
together?
You are all
Well,
together, yes. Yeah, you're all...
I, for one, am glad that we have a stone expert with us.
That's right.
True, actually.
And Genos, for the record, 10 kilometers is 6.2 miles, just in case
Thank
you were
you.
confused there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Just to clarify, you now have no equipment on you. No phasers, no tricorders, merely your hands or appendages, depending on your species.
What about equipment?
no quipping your crew here. Yes. You do see the source of the beams coming from and the other another direction, which is another monolith in the distance. It is about it's about a 90-minute walk over rolling grasslands. So, but you do have this structure in front of you, and you have one further away.
Well, I was gonna say something before, and then we got immediately beamed away. I was gonna ask if, because of the event, and
The event.
people getting rustled around, was everybody okay? Like, because you didn't state there was something wrong with any of us worth mentioning, does that mean we're all okay? Now that we're on the planet, that does make things more difficult.
I should note as well, Tholi and Dave, you are still in your EV suit, requiring you to keep you in massive temperatures. So that wasn't beamed off you, and you're not screaming on the ground. So
Good. I need my ammonia atmosphere. Was it ammonia? No, methane. Methane atmosphere.
something hot.
What's the weather like?
Clement. It's fair.
Good.
There is a rolling orange
Yeah,
haze that's kind of going. It's not quite like a sandstorm, but it's more, obviously you won't be choking on sand, but it's like a rolling orange haze that kind of goes across the planet.
But to Nifty's question, we're all okay, yeah?
Oh yes. Sorry,
Right.
I thought you were asking. I thought you were role playing. I thought you were asking each other. Yeah, you're fine, as healthy as you were when you left the ship. Obviously, if you've got any backstory, feel free to fill it in.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, none of us are technically a ranking officer here, so what do you guys think we should do? Maybe we should do this by committee.
That makes the most sense to me. Are there any sticks nearby, like big solid branches?
No, there's no vegetation on the planet at all. There's literally a dust-colored, blank planet with just these towering, epic monoliths crisscrossing the surface of the planet.
No chance of building a rudimentary mortar.
Yeah. Are there any rocks on the ground we could pick up?
You could certainly look at the.
Just for souvenirs.
No, I mean for weapons and also to take home and look at.
there is debris around. This is a geological planet. There are several rocks you could analyze and look at if you desire to. You also do have the monoliths in front of you as well as the one in the distance. Just to remind.
Okay, do these monoliths have any patterns to them or any writing on them?
No, they are
anything that we can see with our eyes.
No, it is a single piece of stone, as far as you can tell.
Just smooth stone.
Yeah, nothing engraved. At least the one in front of you is. At least there are nothing engraved on it. Just huge, monumental, towering piece of rock.
Okay.
All right. And we have no technology whatsoever. We don't even have
tricorders.
No communicators.
No, you haven't got your communicators either. I'm just trying to see where it says that.
Is there a communicator in the EV suit helmet that Lily and Dave is wearing?
I can communicate via my crystalline vibrations. Or
I mean, if you want to get inventive, I'm not going to stop you.
I've got to think. My crystalline telepathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see if he can vibrate and contact the ship?
I feel like we need to walk towards the orange light.
Yeah.
All right. Head towards the orange light but pick up some rocks in case we need to throw them at things.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like a +1 rock, please.
The most basic of ranged throws for that. You only get one rock each.
I'll take it. All right.
I'm going with the big boulder, the big polystyrene boulder.
Considering it's a 90-minute walk, it's up to you if you want to do it, but you'll take some stress. So where are you heading?
The closest one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
no sense.
So
instantly, just as a little role-playing thing, so Cations have a prehensile tail. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick up some rocks. And I'm gonna start juggling them to keep myself in good spirits while we walk, because otherwise I'm gonna get bored. I don't have anything else to do.
Oh no, there's not an engine in sight, is there?
What else am I meant to do? I need something to keep my hands busy.
So the walk to the source of the beam, another monolith, takes about 90 minutes over rolling grasslands with small hills and no major terrain hurdles. When you approach the second monolith, the pentagonal monolith before you is at least 2 kilometers tall, and at its base must be about 300 meters on a side. The points where the 2 orange beams emerge from the monolith are on opposite side, not currently in your view. A large metallic case rests on the ground at the base of the monolith. It is open, but you cannot see inside from this distance.
Well, this feels like a trap.
Yeah, with no scanners except our own eyes to scan for danger.
I think we should throw a rock at the wall and see if the noise brings anything out.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, actually, yeah. Because I want to have a peek at that metal box, but something that important looking being just left out like that feels like bait.
I would like to throw my rock.
What are you throwing it at? Throwing it at the monolith.
Yes, at the side, so it'll make a clang or a clunk.
Okay.
Or a
I'm going to
thonk
assume
and-
you can throw a rock, but just for the sake of it, this will be a no momentum earning one, but give me a control and security difficulty 0 just to see how hard you miss.
A 5 and a 3, and of course
Okay.
the focus in geology applies.
Okay,
So those are
of course it does.
So I threw it really hard.
Very good rock. You picked a very good rock.
You are the rest of you are stunned by how well you hit the perfect center of this structure, and it hits it and bounces back and falls to the floor. But well done, you threw a rock with absolute certainty at the monolith.
Doesn't it? But the rock splits, and inside there's actually a geode, or there's crystals inside. And it's a nice, pretty rock.
Sadly,
It was
no.
There's
worth-
actually a pristine phaser inside.
And a tricorder.
This isn't Legend of Zelda. Come on.
And a Pokeball.
No, the rock falls harmlessly to the floor. It is.
Okay. All right. Well,
And there's nothing.
Mr.
The building doesn't like give off a weird bwong or
No,
there's
you
not
just
like
see.
a flicker of.
Oddly enough,
anything.
no sound. There is just 2 orange beams, heading up into the sky.
All right.
So
well,
nothing happened except an
I'm a cat.
appreciation for Genesis throwing.
I'm a cat. I'm going to take that bait. My scientific compatriot may join me if he wishes. I'm going to strut on over and have a look at that metal box.
Yep.
I will be right behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you opening the
And I'll
middle
watch
box?
6.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Inside
I
the
thought you
case.
said it
Can I
was
get a quick
open.
inspection? Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get a
Inside the
quick inspection?
case
Just like-
are.
Yeah.
I'll just skip over. Emergency supplies: water, rations palatable to a Klingon, thermal blankets, an emergency surgical kit, and a single disruptor pistol.
Hmm. Well, that's
So
a pretty easy
Klingon has been
distribution.
there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm taking the pistol.
No, just go into the science officer, my friend. To
Well, I'm
the
gonna
security
throw-
officer.
I'm gonna throw it at things.
No, give it to the security officer.
I'll
Fine.
take that pistol.
Yeah.
Like the medical
and then
stuff.
yeah, you take the medical stuff, and I'll keep the supplies and everything like that. Is anyone feeling cold? Anyone feeling chilly? I've got fur, so I'm alright.
I'll bring the blanket with me. I think
I'm
Trill
permanently
have
cold.
cold hands or something. If I
They do
remember
actually. Yeah, they have poor
correctly.
circulation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
gonna wrap that around my hands.
Idle, what was the medical equipment specifically? I'm gonna write that down. What did I get?
was, an emergency surgical kit.
That's it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
And
you
there
said
was-
it's
you said
all
there was a
Klingon
tricorder?
stuff.
Yes, there was a rations palatable to a Klingon and obviously a single disruptor pistol. As you are
So no
taking
tricorder.
and
Did you say
distributing,
tricorder?
I did say a tricorder. Did I say
Okay.
a tricorder?
Maybe I.
No, I didn't say
No,
a
I don't think you
tricorder.
did.
Sorry, no, there's no.
Yeah, I
tricorder.
didn't think you did. Yeah. No
Is
problem.
there a pad or something?
No pad, no. Literally, water, rations, thermal blanket, emergency surgical kit, and a disruptor pistol. So
How many
just-
rations? Do we all get rations and water?
Let's
Is
just
it
say yeah,
enough
there's,
for all of
there's
us?
enough for the 4 of you. You're not going to die here. You've got enough to survive.
Not this freeze dried gah.
Yeah. Roke blood pie. What will they put in this next?
Fantastic.
It's like astronaut food. You have to hydrate it, and it comes
Yeah.
out like a.
The gach come back to life.
As you, so as this, this 2 kilometer tall, 300 meter wide structure. As you're standing there, distributing the rations, you do hear voices talking from the other side of the monolith.
Inside the. Okay, interesting.
On
Sorry,
the other
the other side.
Yeah.
Like around the they're on the other side of the exterior.
Yes.
Okay.
So I feel like
How
I
the
should
heck can we
take the
hear it
lead
from
here
there?
as the security officer with the disruptor pistol and lead the group cautiously towards those voices.
Hmm.
As we do this, can we make out what the people are speaking? Can we?
Yeah, what
Is there
language?
an accent or a language that we know, or we just can't hear enough? We have to get closer.
No, you can't hear enough at this distance. It's very mumbled. So the dry desert planet sort of muffles. There's not much acoustic vibration, not much anechoic sort of vibrations here, so you can't really hear much more than from round the corner.
I am a cat. Can I listen
That's
a bit closer?
true. Let me just read out a second.
Focus in cat ears.
I could turn up the microphone on my EV helmet, the external mic.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you can give me a roll, I'll give you an impression of what you can hear. Let me just figure out a
Okay,
roll.
what am I rolling, buddy?
I hope it's a southern impression.
Insight and science, please. And it's going to be difficulty 2.
I only have a 10 in that.
Yeah. Can I assist? I have a focus in exobiology, so I can help him to use his skills in hearing.
Unless he relays the mumbles to you.
I would do that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that can quite assist on helping someone's ears. You can rub his ears to make people. You start.
I'm not letting him rub my ears. Yeah, I'm not letting him do that.
Uma's
time. We have 5 momentum. Do we want to spend some? I only have a 10 in this, so it's going to be tight.
Why don't you want to use 2? It'd be nice if we could hear what they're saying.
It would be 3 for 2 dice.
Oh, that's right.
Could I assist, since I have a focus in infiltration and survival in hazardous environments?
No, I feel that's more attuned to more sort of like hazardous situations or the environment itself, rather than just listening.
Okay.
Obviously, that's more that if the planet was trying to physically kill you, then that would.
I'll tell you what, this is a bit of a stretch, and I feel like Idle doesn't want us to hear this. So I say we spend 1 momentum, see how we go. If I don't succeed, then whatever. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all my things are only helpful once we know what's being said. I can't help you determine what's being said.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lean down and open my ears and see what we hear. All right. Rolling for a 10. So
while you're doing that, I'll give you back scratches.
Scritch.
Just because it's not supposed to help. It's just because.
This is demeaning. I'm going to have a talk with HR when we get back to the ship. Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh dear! What a great roll, he said.
17, a 2, and a 20.
Oh,
shit.
So, did I say difficulty 2, didn't I? So you succeeded?
Yeah, you did.
You did succeed. Gosh, how can I punish you? I think, I'll take a threat. I'll take a threat for that, because there's not... I can't really...
Well, in fact, how about I take some stress? Like, maybe I strain my ears.
I don't know. How can you strain your ears, though? Like, I feel that... How could you strain an ear? Can you listen so
like
hard?
you said, like, I open up my ears so much that I hear what they're saying, but then maybe one of these bozos says something and it blows my ear out. Or whatever.
Okay.
The tympanic membrane got bruised.
Perfect. Okay, take a stress then. I'll give you that. But you do hear it's not exactly spoken words, but more a kind of incoherent mumbling. But with the success, I'll tell you that you can recognise, due to your acute Cation hearing, that there are humans, there are Klingons, Romulans, Trill, currently in on the other side there.
That was worth doing. All right, that's good to know.
Humans, Klingons, Romulans, and Trill.
Correct.
What color are the blankets? I have an important reason for asking.
I'm going to make a Romulan uniform out of them.
To look like a rock. To look like a rock?
They are an honourable grey.
Okay. Are they getting dusty from all the dust and stuff from this dusty planet?
I would say that now that you've unfurled... If you have unfurled them from their packets... Then
of course I have.
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Yeah, if you've unfurled them from their packets... Of course!
Silly question!
It's like, ooh, blanket, mine! Then, yeah, they're getting a little bit dusty, I'd say.
All right. So I think that we should use the blankets as cover.
And Tholian Dave's infiltration.
And sneak up on whoever's around the other side of this, because I feel like they would be camouflaged.
Big ass Tholian in an EV suit underneath a blanket, moving toward them like he's solid.
I mean, how big are you? Because we don't really know the size of a Tholian. So what's your height?
It fit into a decon chamber.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
They were possibly
it was in a decon chamber.
I mean, you can set it yourself. You could be a stumpy Tholian, or you could be a super tall Tholian. That's entirely up to you.
I'm like 18
You're the
feet
size
tall,
of a crab.
Hand-sized Tholian. Get him, Dave!
That's why he's in security. Small man syndrome.
You tell us how tall you are.
I think he can infiltrate under the rock. The rock.
I think maybe a little bit taller than an average human, so sort of 7 foot, say.
Well, I'll say that
We have
these
several
blankets are.
that we could stitch together.
Yeah, these blankets are generous enough that they will cover all of you if you wanted to use them as camouflage. Bear in mind that the planet is orange and you are grey blankets.
Well, it's dusty now, and the blankets
Okay.
are dirty from the orange dust.
I'm a Tholian and I'm orange.
Yeah, but
you are
you're in
rock-like.
an EV suit. I assume that the
Yeah.
EV suit is not a colour orange.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the same color as him.
If you want to use these as camouflage, you're going to have to get yourselves kitted up. I mean, that's definitely going to be a roll. So I'll need you to give me a security and presence difficulty 2, please, to establish yourselves in a stealthily enough fashion.
Before we go ahead with that, what other options do we have here?
We've got a gun. We could just walk up to them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them,
that is
and we
the
have
stealthy
one
way, to
gun.
be fair.
We have one gun.
Yeah, and these hands.
And
Right,
these
and I still have a rocket.
claws.
And my axe.
The last time you guys fought a Tholian, do you remember what happened there? Actually, no, it was only you stars, actually.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, it was rough.
If we do approach them directly, my cultural flexibility talent would reduce anything's difficulty by 1, and I think this is the perfect actual
You
use
know
of
what?
cultural flexibility.
That could work.
How about we split our roles here? Because I actually have a focus. I have a talent in disarming nature where I can make people trust me. What about me and Nifty? We roll up and we say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then you guys stay in reserve. And if things go bad, we shout for you, and you come in and save us.
I'm sat on top of the rock, pointing the disruptor pistol just in case the shit goes down.
Yeah.
Just bear in mind, there
Oh,
is
that makes
no
sense.
stun setting on that disruptor pistol. That is kill only.
Yeah.
Bear in mind the
He'll just-
Prime Directive as well, and your
He'll
commitments
glance
to
them.
Starfleet.
Well, these are all species that are warp capable, so we're not breaking the prime.
Well, that's true.
directive
No,
by
that's just point.
talking to
I
them.
meant just general Starfleet directive. You know, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't shoot things without provocation. Don't Janeway it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't generally. Yeah.
Then I'll
All
try.
right.
So
Yeah,
you
I think
split
that's a
them
good
up.
idea.
Splitting the party. Okay.
Excellent.
As you round the corner, you see 8 creatures standing at the base of the monolith, looking up at the orange beams exiting the structure at a point about 50 meters up. From this distance, you can see that all the creatures are humanoid. 2 appear human. 2 are Kuha Klingons, so the ones smooth foreheads. 1 is Vulcan, another is Romulan, and the final pair are Trill. The Romulan looks at your group and points, causing the rest of the strange menagerie to look in your direction. Then they all go back to looking at the monolith without a second glance at your presence.
It's like they're hypnotized by it. They're mesmerized by it at the moment.
Yeah.
Question. These 2 humans, can we do a quick... I assume we would have had a look at the briefings about the officers that are
Correct.
missing.
You
they
do
match the
recognize
description?
these as the 2 humans that you are looking for. They are Lieutenant Jana Fry and Ensign Camilla Chara, the pair who deserted Starfleet and stole a ship to make their way to this planet.
That's Lieutenant Jana Fry and...
Ensign Camilla Chara.
What
Now,
are the other
this-
people wearing? Like, are they wearing uniforms? Anything identifiable?
The ensigns are wearing, the typical Starfleet uniforms. I believe I need to go and check the states, but they're wearing Starfleet uniforms. I have stats for them, but they're further down the document. I'll look at them in a bit. The Klingons are in Klingon regalia that we'd expect from TOS era Klingons. Romulan same. Trills are wearing standard scientific sort of greys.
So another thing I'm thinking, you're right, Cranky, they could just be hypnotized by these beams, but it could also be a case of each one of them has either in pairs or individually also had what happened to us happen to them. They got beamed down. So at this point, they're all kind of accepting, like, well, here's 2 more, or here's only 2 because they only see me and stars right now. Oh, here's 2 more. Like, they'll walk over and join our party. Meanwhile, they're back to their temporary truce of, hey guys, we're all stuck here. How do we get out? So
It's
it could
interesting that it's
that.
2 of everyone and then 1 Vulcan.
1 Vulcan. I thought
It's at 8, right? A Romulan and a Vulcan,
2
right?
humans.
Those
Yeah, I meant.
Well,
sorry,
that
they're-
might explain it then.
they're
Yeah.
cousins.
I think I said 2
What?
Romulans earlier, but I meant that was meant to be 1 Vulcan, 1 Romulan. But yeah.
Oh,
that.
so
Okay.
they might be considered a pair then. That's interesting.
Should
Okay.
we go talk to them since they don't seem to be hostile to us? Are we
Could.
pretty close? Are we within speaking distance at this
I
point?
mean, if you're,
or
that's up to you. What they've seen you, they've pointed, they've ignored you.
Because we're still split.
You are still
Yeah,
split.
It's
Well,
still
yeah,
me
yeah.
and Nifty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I use my crystalline telepathy and maybe communicate with the
Ooh.
Vulcan telepathically?
Sure. Yeah. What does
Should
it
we
say
talk
about
to
your
them
Is
mind?
there
verbally
under
first?
duress or?
Let me just have a quick look at
I'll go
yours.
straight in with the mind.
Should we just say hello first?
We could do, yeah, that's probably the better option, isn't it?
I'm happy to do that. That was my.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I think we go with the original plan of Stars and I. We can approach them now more directly. They've seen us. It's not an immediate threat, so we
Yeah.
keep walking up and
Okay.
in a culturally appropriate way for all of them, thanks to me.
How do you? What are you saying? Who are you going up to first, or are you addressing the group?
I feel like we'd
think
be
address
best to
the group.
address the group because we can
Yeah.
worry about the two Starfleet officers later. The Romulans and the Klingons are obviously a concern, but we can come to that. But
One
at the moment,
Romulan.
we have more pressing. Yeah, one Romulan, yeah, rather. We have more pressing concerns right now. They don't have weapons. We have one. Maybe do they have weapons on them? Like, do they have
Yeah,
anything on their
that's a
hip?
good question.
Or
That's a good question. The two, no, they most have no weapons. Although the two Klingons each carry a duktach.
okay, so they got melee weapons. All right,
Yeah.
makes sense.
The rest do not.
In which case, yeah, tell you what, I'm gonna just like stroll up and I'm gonna go. I'm Commander Boca of the U.S.S. Lexington. This is my comrade, Commander Niftox. I assume you guys were all taken by the same mysterious force that took us from our ship.
The one of the trills just looks at you and goes, "Hi," and then turns back around and stares at the monument again.
And that only one
Okay.
person responds at all.
Yeah, on that occasion. The others
Okay,
kind of
so
looked
now-
around as you were talking, but they didn't say. It was only the trill that spoke and said, "Hi."
Okay,
I
so now
go
maybe cranky
like
is
that?
more correct.
Should you? Could we address the two Starfleet personnel and say like, "Hey, what are you doing here? We're
Sure.
looking for you."
Yeah, you know what? Can I address them and be like, you guys should be addressing me as a superior officer?
Oh, I
you
say,
know,
what ranks are these two?
You've got an ensign and a
ensign and
lieutenant.
lieutenant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
so, yeah,
go straight
like,
in with the orders, yeah. Full
Yeah,
rank.
at attention, Lieutenant Ensign. Yeah,
They-
can I do that?
They say they sort of like look up, the lieutenant of obviously a little bit of rank. What was her name again? Her name was Jenna Fry. She sort of looks at it and goes, "Oh, hi, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're here. Hi, how are you?"
That's not a correct way to address a superior officer, especially one who's here to apprehend you for killing two other officers.
We didn't kill anyone. We got ourselves we got the shuttle, but we just came here.
I'm going to turn to Niftox and kind of ask him, if like silently, like, what's your read on this, Nifty? What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking they seem to be somewhat medically affected. They're not themselves, obviously. But let's see. Where'd my PDF go? Now we do lack medical scanning equipment, unfortunately.
But you have the most incredible medical scanning equipment you could possibly need, your eyes.
My eyes,
I've
exactly.
heard that you can diagnose people just from a glance, just by a glance.
No, I was going to say, actually, I do happen to have. Where did it go? When I'm attempting a medicine-related task, I get to ignore any increase in difficulty for working without proper tools or equipment,
Okay.
thanks to my skill in field medicine.
Okay.
That's good
So,
stuff.
I think that I'm going to. And you can only use one talent at a time, right?
Yeah.
No, you can use multiple.
Oh, can you?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
As long as there's no overlap.
Okay, because then another thing I have is triage, but this might be a little too specific for now. When I attempt a task to identify specific injuries or illnesses, or to determine severity of patient's condition, I can spend a momentum to diagnose others as well. One additional other.
Okay.
I feel that's a good idea, honestly.
You can
So
observe them and see if you can figure out what's wrong with them with your eyes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm okay with
specialized.
I'm okay with the science of that.
Okay.
yeah, and I mean, focus. I've got emergency medicine,
Sure,
xenobiology, biochemistry. Like I have all the focuses. I have all the foci.
Yeah,
I won't make
The
you roll.
foci.
This is more a passive observation, so I feel like this is more. This isn't you don't need to roll to consult your brain, do you? So you can tell, as you've rightly surmised, you can definitely tell that these people are being influenced by something inside the structure that is currently in front of you. You can see they're specifically looking. Some of them are looking up at the beam. Some of them are looking at the monolith itself. Which I just want to give you a little bit more info on this. Just one
Have we fully circumnavigated this particular monolith that the beams are currently emanating from?
I think you've seen enough around.
While you're doing that,
so I should tell you as well. Sorry,
like psychic presence that we can feel, or that, like, especially Thurley and Dave would feel.
Thurley and Dave, you don't feel any particular psychic presence. Nothing has come out to you, or at least
I'm feeling no vibrations.
No, I will say that.
Damn it, Troy.
Where the last the last monolith had no inscriptions or anything on it. This one does have some runes and etchings on the side.
Okay.
Do they look like anything that we would recognize? Like, could I try to read them?
Could me and Denos be analysing them?
Anthropology.
You do not.
Cultural studies.
You do not recognize the etchings at all. This is completely alien to any. Even with your xenoanthropological expertise, you do not recognize these runes.
Can we tell if it was done by hand or with like laser tools or?
That's a good one. No, they particularly say they're etched. So I would say these are done by hand, but
interesting.
This could be. I suppose you could be laser etched, couldn't you? So yeah, these are etched.
Yeah.
You can tell them. Yeah.
Is there an apparatus that we can see? You said it's like 50 meters up. Is it just coming out of the monolith, or is there like a dish or something that the beam is coming out of that we could ostensibly target with our single?
All you can see.
Pistol?
Well, I think, what did I say earlier?
I was thinking that. Can we shoot the beam?
We did see. They are
like
merging.
Up, right?
Yeah, they are merging from the top of the monolith from a point about 50 meters up. That's what I said earlier.
But we can't see any external thing.
Any way to get up there?
Not without a roll. If you want to investigate the structure, please give me a reason and science difficulty 2. Also, I believe Janos no, not Banmi. What was the original character's name? I got Banmi stuck in my head. Esteban, that's the one. Esteban and Tholian Dave. Are you still hidden? Are you still lurking?
Yeah,
we're still kind of hidden around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will have to be Nifdox or Boca from doing that role.
To climb up, or
no? What are you doing? Because I'm saying I assumed you were just going to study the technology, but are you actually going to climb up and look at it?
I mean, I could. It would be, what's the role again?
Well, to study it, it's reason and science. If we're climbing up, that's a different thing.
Reason and science. I've got an 11 on that.
And I've got a 13.
And I'm not there. I have a good roll, but I'm not present.
I feel like at this point, like, since they aren't like hostile toward us, maybe we want to pull the other two members like with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Regroup.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's regroup, because I feel like it was good caution, but now this is handicapping our roll.
Yeah.
All right. Can I try to study the technology and
science too, please?
All right, reason and science. I have a 15, and then since this is a I don't know, let's say xenoanthropology would probably apply as the focus. We're studying the alien structure.
Sure.
All right.
Can Nifdox help out by having a look and see if there's any kind of like psychotropic or psychoactive element to this element that this technology would make an obvious?
I definitely think,
because I'm worried about us getting affected.
Yeah,
and I want Nifty to be able to let us know if there's something we should be worried about.
That's fine. You can definitely assist on that one. I say it's a team effort.
All right, I'm gonna roll 2, and then Nifty's gonna help with. He said reason and science.
Correct. Yes.
So that you should be good on that, right? You should have a decent.
I've got a 13, so I'll give you my roll in a moment.
Okay. I feel like we should be good. All right. What is that one? Can't tell. All right, I got 1 success, so I'm gonna need you to have a success here. You said 2. Right?
I only rolling 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got a 12 and I needed a 13, so whew.
Right. Yay, we've investigated
Good
something.
stuff.
Well done. So, You can tell, and with your observations about the monoliths covering the entire planet left and right, they're so high in the sky, considerably made out of smooth pieces of stone. You can tell that these monoliths cover the whole planet, and that this monolith is actually one part of one big machine. Deciphering the writings, you understand that the people that built this machine, or this planet-sized machine, you establish that it's not inconceivable that it could perform tasks on a cosmic level, such as rearranging the position of moons, planets, or even stars, and that these runes and etchings actually are not necessarily a language spoken, but more transistors and circuits, which pass power and signals among all the monoliths, and this one is currently active. However, you cannot readily see any kind of controls that you can interact with currently.
And there's no way in.
One second. I'll be right back getting my charger. Do not attempt medicine without me.
I'd be okay with medicine. I have a 3 in a discipline for medicine.
I trust him more. He's got the surgical tools.
Oh.
Okay, so it's like a stone circuit type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Just.
So the markings
entire planet
are.
is a big machine.
Is it a diagram, the markings, or is that the actual circuit
more
board?
like a circuit, like you would see if you opened up a motherboard, or you can see that these are parts.
So
of
if we were to, just hypothetically, if we were to shoot these runes or whatever they are, these circuits, would we damage them and possibly
Damaging
turn
a
off the
printed
light?
circuit board does tend to stop the process.
Yeah.
I don't know about the idea of shooting something that's currently holding on it. Because it's still holding our ship in place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could we ask some of our 8 dum-dums where their ships are?
Certainly.
Because there's a shuttle. There's at least a shuttle, and who knows what the other 6 were flying.
Okay.
And they might tell us. I mean, they're not exactly forthcoming, but if we order them to tell us where their shuttle is, we might get access to more materials and tricorders and stuff.
Yeah, because the two, the ensign and lieutenant said that they came here seemingly willingly, although they don't seem to realize that they killed someone, so that's not great.
Also, the fact that we found a Klingon supply bundle so far, but there's Klingons in this group of people, so
but they don't
does that
have
mean
the
there's
guns.
going to be?
That's interesting.
Does that also mean there's going to be a human supply bundle somewhere and a Romulan supply bundle somewhere?
I will say that you've scoured the site, and that was the only bundle that you have found currently.
Okay.
And you also don't see
can I grab
on the horizon as you've looked around, as you walked away, you've seen no sign of other ships or any other debris from, say, crashes or anything.
And there's no other. All we can see is these monoliths and
Correct,
the 2 beams. There's nothing else to go towards.
You see other monoliths in the distance, as you saw from orbit. This is a crisscross pattern of structures, gigantic, epic mega structures going across the entire.
But nothing stands out as particularly interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire
depending
thing's
on your
pretty
point of view,
interesting,
Yeah.
To a Tholian, it's boring as fuck.
Okay, can I grab Lieutenant Janna Fry and just go, like snapping a finger, where's your shuttle? Where is it?
It's gone. It got destroyed. I think. I don't know. It was here, and now it's not.
Okay, that's helpful.
Could we maybe drag the humans, the Federation Starfleet officers, away?
That assumes that if these things are generating a field of psychic influence, not mention, I'm starting to think that they got called here from a long distance. If they came here willingly,
Well, I'm wondering if it's proximity to this orange beam monolith that's causing. If we pull them away a bit, maybe they'll snap out of it a bit easier.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Nifty, what do you think? As your medical officer, do you think it's safe to move them?
I think we can try, and I will be keenly observing. Maybe it'll be obvious. Maybe they, scream in pain as soon as we try to move them. But
the only downside to doing that is if we do move them away and nothing happens, we've then got to move them back to the monolith.
Well, we'll see how far it goes. I feel like it makes the most sense for maybe Este and Nifdox to take them, because science and medical, and then me and Dave can stay here with the others and see if they maybe respond in a sympathetic fashion.
Okay.
I think that's smart.
If you
Just
both...
it's worth keeping the disruptor next to the Klingons and Romulans as
Yeah,
well.
just in case they get a little bit shifty.
A little bit fighty.
Give me... So you both want to drag one of them, or do you want to try and get one each, or how do you want to do this?
I would say get the higher ranking one.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go for Janna Fry, Lieutenant Fry.
Yeah.
And then because we're doing one action, it becomes an assist. One can assist the other as opposed to.
We'll say one's doing the main role. So I'll
separate.
say this is going to be security and fitness. I'm going to say it's difficulty 1. She's not a particularly strong or large individual, but they will still require a roll because that's the fun part.
I have a
Actually,
10.
I have a 14.
You should do it. I will help.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna use my focus in
Dragging.
in counseling. I'm gonna just kind of talk. I'm gonna be able to approach her
I want to
very
say
very calmly.
if she's not going to resist if you're going to drag her, I want to do the roll anyway, but I'm going to say that you're not trying to sit down and have a counselling session with her right now. You're literally just pulling her.
Okay,
if you were
and
going to spend
because
some time
she won't
talking around her,
resist-
I'd allow you to use that. Well, in this case, no.
Okay, yeah, and I was thinking more it was like to convince her to come nicely, but you're saying she will come nicely.
Certainly do that as a separate thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Let's try that first, and we'll try a longer, more sat down kind of thing if it doesn't work.
Okay, so I said that my roll was fitness tech, yeah, so 14.
Yes.
I failed my roll,
We did.
sadly. Well, I mean,
And
I didn't get a bad one,
Oh,
but
yeah, I got a 10, so 1 success.
1 success. Okay, that's all you needed anyway. But yeah, you
Wait. I only rolled the 1, or how does that work again? Do I roll
you
2?
roll.
'Cause
You get 2.
Yeah,
You
the
get
primary
2
roll,
if you're
yeah.
doing the main roll.
then let me roll 1 more dice. Sorry about that.
You're a good one.
10 and a 9. Okay.
Okay, so you get
Nice.
you get a point of
Yay.
momentum points.
We did it.
Well done, you drag this lieutenant who, as you drag her back away from the monolith, she doesn't resist too much. She's pulling as if she wants to walk towards it, but she's not too stressed as long as, she's sort of still staring at it. She's still looking at it, but as you drag her further away and even off the monolith, she's still there standing. And as what are you going to do? Are you going to try and keep hold of her, or are you going to let her go and see what happens?
I'd say if she's not struggling right now, we just kind of let her walk. We'll kind of walk behind her and maybe guide her.
Easy.
What do you think?
So you're letting her go, essentially.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, like we're sussing out her reaction, so now we've got her farther away.
Mm-hmm.
If we frog march her, it's not really going to tell us anything. But if we let her go and see what she does, that's going
See
to
what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
See if she comes back.
As you let her go, she sort of shrugs you off and then just very calmly just walks back to the place where she was and then continues to stare at the structure.
Okay. Well.
So do we engage them in conversation and ask them what it is that they're looking at, what they're waiting for, what's holding
That might be
their
a thing for
interest?
Niftox to do, yeah, because if he's a counselor, he can try and engage with them more psychologically and try to understand what the compulsion is.
Good plan.
Rather than trying to talk about things that they're clearly not interested in talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
Niftox, do you want to go for it? Yeah.
I need to tell you what to roll, don't I? That's me.
Let's
So,
do it.
Good talk to him. Give me insight and probably medicine for you. Insight and medicine, or you could do presence and medicine. I'll give either or. I'm gonna make this difficulty. I'm gonna make this difficulty 2.
All right, I've got a 16 on insight med, so we're going with that.
All right. Insight
Nice.
and can I join in with a 12 and give him a boost with?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I am going to increase that crit range because I will use my focus in counseling. I think that applies here, right?
That's perfect. You don't
Okay,
increase
and
the crit
sorry,
range, still focus.
Sorry?
If you increase
What
the
was
crit range, if you get 18 to 20, you'll end up scoring crits. So you want to increase the other. Oh no, that is right, isn't it? Sorry, I'm thinking one.
No, you're right. Yeah, you don't want the complication range.
Oh, complication range. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so I increased the crit range to, and then that is that the discipline score becomes my crit range, right?
Yes.
The smaller one, yeah.
Yeah.
So med. So I can crit with a 5 or better.
Mhm.
And a 16 or better is a success. And you said difficulty 2?
Yes.
And I'm just talking, right?
Yeah. But this will vary the
Huh.
kind of response you get.
Now I am not a human. So in this case, can I use my cultural flexibility
Yeah.
to talk through this? Then I get to reduce difficulty by 1.
Very nice.
So difficulty 1. All right, 2 rolls from me coming up. A 2 and a 6.
Oh
So
wow! So that's 3, isn't
1
it?
crit. Yeah.
Okay, you're up to max
I got a
momentum.
success also.
Nice. Okay, cool. You're up to max momentum, guys. Well done. So as you sort of interrogate, what specifically are you asking her?
Oh no.
Why are you staring at the monolith? Why did you decide to come here?
What
Yeah,
what is this monolith?
Yeah, she basically answered.
How long have you been here?
Okay. She says like, I'm here because I want to be, and I came because I could, and I am here now. Now that both the beams are here, and so are we. We saw the one beam come out earlier, and then a new beam came out today, and now we are here.
So, since our ship, the Lexington, is currently stuck in one of these beams, does that mean there is another ship stuck in the other beam?
Could be.
Be
Do
hard
we
to draw
try
it out
and-
from this distance, really.
Yeah. Is there a
But
way?
we do know that there's a Klingon ship scouted
we?
around here. I mean,
Oh, we do about the
but-
Klingon ship, you do, yeah.
Yep, and there are 2 Klingons, and there was a Klingon pack. So logically, there's a good chance that there's a Klingon ship or a Romulan ship or a Trill ship.
You sure there's not a little Vulcan blood in those spots?
Yeah. Oh, is that Norton McCoy from
Yeah, a little bit.
Illinois?
Illinois.
He's up on the Lexington saying this to you.
Yeah, Norton McCoy joined us for this mission.
Yeah. So there's a good chance there's another ship or multiple ships in orbit stuck just like the Lexington is.
But they don't seem to be able to give us that information. They just kind of keep talking
Yeah.
in circles.
I think she does. She also mentions, like, we are waiting for the opening of the way for those who are worthy of the power.
Well, that's always something that someone says before things go really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am here.
I'm a little
Okay,
bit.
I'm an engineer.
what to
Can I
do.
have a look at this mechanism and see if there's a way for me to just turn it off?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Not blow it up, not shoot it, but just
Yeah.
turn it off. Like, is there some kind of like? You said it's like transistors and circuits.
Sure,
Is there
sure.
like an off switch I'd be able to discern?
Give me insight and science difficulty 2, please. Oh, you know
Before
what?
this
I'm
roll
gonna-
happens,
I'm going to spend a threat and make that difficulty 3.
Would this not be an engineering role?
I mean, it
Turn it
does
off a
say
machine.
insight
That's
very
science. Okay, you know
engineering.
what?
Turning off
I will
machine.
allow engineering in this case. I will deviate from the
Okay.
source
Alright.
material.
Before,
do it.
yeah, before we
engineering
move,
and
yeah, hold on. Before we do this, I just want to. So, in all that questioning we did,
Yes.
it was all just very cagey, sort of generic.
Yeah.
I love the beam. I love the beam. The beam
Yeah.
is me, or not me. The beam is why I'm here. Like, it was just, we weren't getting much.
No.
Really.
You
We
got,
just-
I gave,
although
I
we
gave
did
you a little
learn that-
extra there for
We learned that they arrived before there were beams, and then one beam, and now there's a second. So we learned there was a progression to the beams appearing, and that she was there before the beams. I believe you said.
Before one of them.
Yeah. When did she arrive? Or what was your what
she
did you tell us?
arrived
That was
before
a,
both the beams.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Engineer
Okay,
Boca, can I assist you with,
I'll
you said
happily take
insight and
with it.
engineering?
I assume you'd be able to use the science roll.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll use insight and science if that's okay, GM friend.
Yeah, that's fine. I will allow.
And since this is technically a computer, could I use my talent in computer expertise?
Sure. If you you reckon now that you're aware that these are tracking to be more like circuit
Okay.
boards and things
So-
like that. Yeah.
What's
That
your
gives
roll,
also
me-
Jonas?
use insight. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that gives me a D20, an extra D20, so I'm gonna assist with 2 then.
Oh, nice.
I'm too nice
Okay.
to you guys. This is
I know,
difficulty
but
So
3.
he's
Difficulty 3.
he's using
Or are
insight
we
and,
too
and
clever?
science. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can I use? Do I have to use insight?
No, I'm going to say you can use engineering. I'll be kind, but
Oh no, but insight. That's the thing.
insight and
Or can I
engineering.
use
Yes,
reason?
yes. Sorry, yes. No, that's fine. But I will say if we're switching a talent from the deviation, you cannot use. Switching the discipline, you cannot use a talent.
Me, yeah.
Yes, specifically
That's
you.
Okay.
All right,
That's fine.
but I'm still
So
okay, right?
You're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like you, Janice. You're fine.
All right, thank you.
I cause problems. And I specifically have to use insight. I can't use reason or anything like that.
No, I'll
Okay.
allow you engineering, but only with insight.
So 13. Do I have an it? I can't use a talent. I have a focus in computers, so I'll use that here.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
And I'd like to spend a point of momentum, please.
Okie dokie.
How
Thanks,
much
Lucy.
momentum do we have at the moment?
You've got 5.
6.
We're max.
So,
Yeah, you
Oh,
got.
Oh, cool.
we got
Yeah.
special.
We were max.
Okay,
Get
we're
using.
next. 3 and an 8, so that's 3 successes.
Nice. So you passed it.
And one more. And an 18. So, yeah, just 3 successes. And, Genos, you got...
2 more.
Very nice. Okay. So
Look at us doing computers on rocks.
you determine.
Damn right.
You determined
Be
that
wrong.
one of the sections of the encryptions, you're using your amazing engineering, and between the two of you, with your xenoanthropology and your amazing engineering knowledge, one of the section you describes, and it was almost like an inscription on the circuit board that kind of comes and it speaks out a voice that says the opening of the way to those who are worthy of the power. And as you analyze it, an activation, what was I say? Something activates, something moves, and with the activation of this one section of the monolith, a soft blue beam shines from one of the rooms onto the ground, forming a spotlight into which a human-sized creature might stand. And with that, we're going to stop there for this section of tonight.
Ooh,
So that's
that's
going to be
fun.
your
This
cliffhanger.
is feeling very
for today.
Landrew-y, by the way, guys. I think we're gonna find a Landrew.
A Landrew.
It feels like a Landrew, yeah.
This is very
You're
Landrew.
not wrong. Good
Guys,
stuff.
thank you. That was a lot of
That was
fun.
tight.
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank
Did
you.
you enjoy that one?
Yeah.
I went through this whole session without rolling a dice.
Did you really? Oh no! I should have
Oh, no.
used that
Should have
phaser.
said something.
There hasn't been much in the way of security needed so far.
Shoot the Romulan.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
They probably did something to deserve it.
No, brilliant. You've done this interestingly. I'm pleased with the way you took this. So interesting. So we will be doing this again soon. We're gonna wrap our heads together and see when we'll schedule next one. Hopefully not too long away because we don't want to forget what just happened. So thank you everyone
All right,
for watching.
Cranky's gonna roll 2d20 to determine the next date of our.
It is the 31st of November.
Poop pee.
Yeah, poopy.
You wouldn't know the dates anyway because they're Tholian dates. They're from the Tholian calendar.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Well,
November
what's the difference
is
between a
spiritual
Tholian and a
month.
Bolian?
I don't know. What is the difference between a Tholian and a
tea.
Bolian?
This is
What kind of tea
blue.
they prefer?
Oh, this is blue, yes. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. Guys, thank you very much for doing this. You've been brilliant players, as always.
Thanks for running this, yeah.
We'll be back
That's
soon.
awesome.
On a quick scheduling note, we will be doing the charity show very soon, May 19th. Please come and join us. We've got a huge lineup. Check our channel and Twitter and everything for that. We will be back soon, so please come along to the charity show where we'll be supporting the amazing World Central Kitchen. And on that note, we hope you had a good time. We hope you have a good evening, and live long, prosper, and ta-ra.
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's gonna give him the deal of a lifetime in a new Porsche.
A Porsche?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?
Melvin?